All right, and we're back. Trying to get everybody back online here. So apparently, when we had everybody on, when Richie decided he was going to hop off, he mistakenly decided to kill the whole feed. Yeah. So we are trying to, like I said, get everybody back online. So bear with me here for a minute while we get things going. All right. So we got the commander back.
I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So,
Yeah.
and still waiting on one more, and there he is.
Hey,
Okay.
Oh, you
All
you
right,
guys
so
might get
we
that
are
in my
back now.
comments.
I did some digging and I found that photo there for Mr. Dub.
You
Uh-oh.
did.
Yes,
Well, this
it's
this is
appropriate. I promise.
this is a PG picture. This is a PG one. So hang on, let me
A PG.
get to
Okay.
yeah, and here we go.
See that? That's a mankini.
Okay.
That's the PG version.
The PG version of
Yeah,
the Mancini.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh boy,
Uh,
boy, oh boy.
and those are my American flag short overalls.
Yes.
They were short.
He wears short
Oh,
shorts.
short.
It's like moose knuckle. We feed it nuts in Vic.
I tell you
Oh.
what, the other pictures where it's him cruising up and down the beach, yeah, the boots are still on, but the pants aren't there.
Exactly.
Oh God,
Oh, it's great.
it was a scary sight to see. Let me tell you, a
You
scary
should have seen it.
sight.
There was this one couple that came down on their Can-Am and they were like pointing and laughing and everything, and they could see his green stripes up his chest. And then they turned around the corner as he's wheeling by them on one wheel on his dirt bike, on that dirt bike that's in the photo, and didn't realize there were children in the back.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
Shameful moment. Shameful moment.
yeah, yeah. Shame on the cotton picking mess.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
For
all right.
shame, for
Well,
shame, for
now,
Golly.
shame.
yep. Well, now that we're at
Alrighty.
the top of the hour and part two of today's show, since someone decided to say,
Okay.
"Oops," I think we were just getting too unruly. That's why he shut it down. I
Oh
kid, I
God.
kid. Anyhow, time for the Commander's Corner. So that
Okay.
being said, Commander, take it away.
Well, okay, I'll do that. Hey, we have all, well, not everybody, but I think for the most part, I think everybody has watched Forrest Gump sometime or another. Okay, and we're all familiar. I'm going to tell you a story about the true Forrest Gump. Okay, all right. Well, if you've ever seen Forrest Gump, you've already seen Sammy Davis get the Medal of Honor. You just didn't know it. You see, Sammy Davis was born in Dayton, Ohio on November 1st, 1946, and was raised at French Camp, California. His family had a long tradition of military service, and his grandfather served in the Spanish American War. His father, Robert Davis, was in World War II, and his brothers, Hubert, Buddy, and Darrell Davis, served in Korea and Vietnam. Respectively, Davis attended Manteca High School in Manteca, California, where he was a member of the football and diving teams. He also participated in Sea Scouting in Stockton. And after his junior year of high school, Davis's family moved to Indiana and he graduated from Mooresville High School in 1966. Davis enlisted in the United States Army from Indianapolis, Indiana in 1965, and in March 1967, Davis was sent to South Vietnam as a private first class and was assigned to Battery C, 2nd Battalion, 4th Artillery Regiment, 9th Infantry Division. In the early hours of November 18th in 1967, his unit at Fire Base Cudgel, west of Chu Lai, fell under machine gun fire and heavy mortar attack by the estimated three companies of Viet Cong from the 261st Viet Cong Main Force Battalion, which swarmed the area from the south to the west. Mortars and recoilless rifles walked across the position, blowing apart guns, and dropping men everywhere. A river was the only thing between the enemy and the howitzers. Davis grabbed a machine gun to cover his gun crew, and the recoilless rifle round blew him off his feet and into a foxhole. He got up, his back was broken, he was burned and bleeding, and his gun crew was down. So he went to a 105 millimeter howitzer and worked it almost alone, loading and firing and getting knocked flat by its own recoil onto his shattered back. Then getting up and doing it again. He fired beehive rounds packed with thousands of little darts straight into the attackers at point blank range. Then he heard wounded Americans calling from across the river on the enemy's side. Sammy Davis could not swim. His back was broken. None of that stopped him. He grabbed an air mattress, pushed off into the water under fire, and paddled across to the far bank. He found 3 wounded men and brought them back across that river, one at a time, refusing to leave a single one on the wrong side. He ultimately found his way to another howitzer to continue fighting the NVA attack until they fled. The battle lasted 2 hours. Only after his comrades were safe would he let anyone deal with his own wounds. Davis was subsequently promoted to sergeant, and President Johnson gave him the Medal of Honor in 1968. After he was presented the medal at the White House ceremony, Davis played O Shenandoah on his harmonica in memory of the men who served with him in Vietnam. Davis retired in 1984 due to his wartime injuries. Davis lived healed as much as a man heals from that, and spent decades since as one of the most beloved figures in the Medal of Honor community. Traveling the country to talk to kids and veterans, and in 1994, footage of the Medal of Honor award ceremony was used in a film, Forrest Gump, with actor Tom Hanks' head superimposed over that of Davis. So when you saw that movie, that was actually Davis getting the Medal of Honor put on him. So,
but he did not drink 15 Dr. Peppers.
No. Davis tells the story in the 2002 documentary A Time for Honor. And in July 2005, while in Indianapolis, Davis' medal was stolen out of the trunk of his car, and it was recovered a few days later in White River. On July 4, 2010, Davis helped celebrate the 100th birthday of the Boy Scouts of America at Arlington Park. Davis entered scouting at the age of 9, and he was also been honored by the Joe Foss Institute, a civics education nonprofit, for his dedication to serving America. He is alive today, an old soldier from Indiana who once crossed the river. He could
Uh-oh.
were on the other side needed him. So there is the story of the real Forrest Gump. Okay. So those of you who have watched that, whenever you see that movie again, that is Tom Hanks' head imposed upon Davis's body in that. So you were actually
so a bullet really didn't jump up and touch him in the buttocks.
No, I didn't get him in the buttocks.
He had to help Bubba.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a story, man. Wow.
Yeah, I come up with one every week, and this one was really cool. As a matter of fact, I got to give BJ, I got to give my better half the credit on this one. She accidentally came across this one and sent it to me, and I said, I want that for Wednesday night's radio show. I said, that is an awesome story. It really is. And so
there you go.
She gets the credit for finding that one this week, by golly. And
this one's really cool.
Yeah. I've got a trivia question for our lamp, our Comedy Vet lamp that is going to be given away. Here is your movie trivia question for this week. And if you get it right, put it in the comments. Your name will go into the drawing for this great light. It has a remote control that hasn't been taken out of the bag yet. It'll change colors and all that. It's really, and it's one of one. It's a one of a kind. There's no others. This is it. It's the only one like it.
Nice.
Okay.
That's
So
a cool
movie
looking
trivia.
lamp.
Oh, it is. It is awesome. Richie's had it lit up on the show before.
I saw it last week. It does all kinds of stuff, cool stuff.
Oh, it's cool.
Sorry,
It's
Commander.
cool. Oh, that's okay. What is the name of the fictitious island that served as the setting for the first Jurassic Park movie? And I got a bonus question. What real country? Oh, I can't do that. Not yet. Okay. We'll do the first one first. Okay. So there you go. I'm going to give you the question again. Okay. Your trivia question. What is the name of the fictitious island that served as the setting for the first Jurassic Park? So there you go. And I've watched Jurassic Park several times. I didn't even catch the name of the island. I didn't even catch it. I didn't know.
God, I've watched that movie so many times. I don't even know.
I
Yeah.
have it in front of me. I want to say it, but I'm not going to because I'm a host right now. Let's just say before verifying what I thought it was, I was right for the second one, but not for the first one. So, but I have the correct answer sitting in front of me.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, Dean, right out the gate.
Dean got it. Dean got it right out of the gate. Your name's in the drawing, sir.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I got a bonus
Was
discussion.
Island
I got a bonus discussion. What real country was Isla Nublar supposed to be nearby?
He has that one in here too. He has it in his answer.
Yeah, it's in his answer.
Costa Rica.
Oh, I didn't
Costa
see it in
Rica.
there. That's Costa Rica. Yep. He got both of them at one swift go. Way to go, Dean. Dang, dude.
Dean's a
just
smart
rocking away
feller.
there. Yeah, he is.
He's a
He
smart
is.
feller.
There you go. That's all I got for my corner on this show. There you go.
I
Wow.
was gonna say we could really throw him for a loop and say what was it on the second one? What was known as Site B?
Ah.
What was the name of the island that was known as Site B?
Oh, hey. Oh, he said I Googled it. Way to go, Dean. I don't care how you got it, brother. You got it.
No,
Hmm.
going once,
Yeah.
going twice. It gone. Isla
Gone.
Sorna. Isla Sorna was
Ah.
the name of the Site B in the second one. So
Really?
everybody's saying it pops up. So I keep forgetting about the delay. It happens. So anyhow, yeah. So now we got that done. There's that. Yeah. Got me over here sounding like you're Dean in the past BB Nation radio episode.
And
Oh wait, no, that was Athen that did the tongue twister. My
that
bad.
was Athen that did it.
That's it.
1700 somewhere. Ugh.
Right.
Those were the good old.
One an additional story I actually wanted to talk about here too. So, as you guys all know, it is our 250th year as a country.
Yeah.
One of the cool things, and this is actually a story that popped up from the VA News. And the headline reads, VA honors revolutionary. This is cool. You don't hear this very often. VA honors Revolutionary War veterans interred in national cemeteries in support of America's 250th anniversary. Department of Veterans Affairs this weekend will honor 49 veterans of the Revolutionary War who are interred or memorialized in VA national cemeteries or VA-administered soldier lots and private cemeteries as part of the year-long effort to commemorate America's 250th anniversary. While Declaration of Independence was adopted by the Continental Congress on July 4th of 1776, most delegates signed it on August 2nd, 1776. To mark that event, ceremonies will commence at 10 a.m. local time, August 2nd, 2026, at 16 sites across the country. For those of you that live in the Midwest, you're in for a treat. So, and along the East Coast. So, first one is Bath National Cemetery in New York, Baton Rouge National Cemetery in Louisiana, Beverly National Cemetery, New Jersey, Congressional Cemetery Government Lots in D.C., Crown Hill National Cemetery in Indiana, Florida National Cemetery, of course, in Florida, and Fort Bliss National Cemetery, Fort Bliss, Texas, Fort Winnebago Cemetery Soldiers Lot in Wisconsin, Gerald B.H. Solomon Saratoga National Cemetery, New York, Great Lakes National Cemetery in Michigan, Indiantown Gap National Cemetery in Pennsylvania. So, Dean, coming right to you. Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery
in Missouri.
Marietta National Cemetery in Georgia. Mountain Home National Cemetery in Tennessee. Springfield National Cemetery in Missouri. And then West Virginia National Cemetery there in West Virginia. Service sacrifice. Sorry, go ahead, Carl.
No, never mind. I was going to say, sorry. It was crazy to not hear Willamette National Cemetery up there, where all the vets are laid to rest up there.
Yeah, well, I don't really think there's very many Revolutionary War guys out on the West Coast. Just saying.
Probably not.
I mean, there is that. Service, sacrifice, and patriotism are qualities displayed by our veterans going back to the very founding of our nation, said VA Undersecretary for Memorial Affairs, Sam Brown. 250 years later, we remain inspired by those who first took up arms in defense of liberty and who, like the signers of the Declaration of Independence, risked their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to establish the United States of America. End of article. So, there is that. So, with that being said, yeah, I thought that was something that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You don't really hear a whole lot about the revolutionary stuff anymore. You really don't, except for when it comes time around 4th of July. So
now we have a group here. Yeah, we've got a group here called the Daughters of the American Revolution. And
yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the Daughters of the American Revolution. And they keep that going and keep that alive and not letting the veterans of the revolution be forgotten. So hats off and salute those ladies with that organization. Honestly, they do a fantastic
Mel Gibson's going to make an appearance.
Slow burn.
Yeah. Mel Gibson showed up with his ponytail
and his tomahawks.
Yes, and his tomahawks. The original Ranger.
Yeah.
So, but,
used to have a display back in high school called the High Cost of Freedom display, and it was the singular pop tabs. And it was 39 boards long, and it stretched from the very first war all the way to Afghanistan, Iraq. And when we were putting this together, September 11 unfortunately happened. And so we put all of the named people, which at the time we had only had I think it was 1,200 tabs or something like that. Now there's more that have been since discovered and so on and so forth and lost and read. And I've always wanted to rebuild that display. It's been so tough trying to find out who's got what because it got dismantled.
Yeah.
I think our friend Kel's got all the pop tabs, but it had carried the Revolutionary War and
5-gallon buckets and everything else. We took all that down. There were so many tabs. And I tell you, and I got a chance to see this too, Carl, as you know. Yeah, Commander, I got a chance to see this thing that what Carl's talking about, when I was helping out with that project because it had to be torn apart. The wood and everything else was coming apart. I mean, it's been so long since this
Yeah,
has been put up and whatnot.
it
And
had been rotted,
just
and
the
unfortunately, the garage that it was, there was vermins in there, and they got to the wood. And
Wow.
but Commander, I wish you could have seen that, man. It was a bunch of high school students that put it together. Unfortunately, I have no pictures of it. I do have memories though. We're at the traveling wall, Vietnam Fallen Memorial Wall that came up to Willamette National Cemetery one year. We placed ours along the walkway up to that. And there were so many vets that would walk by and read the banner and go find their war and like touch a few tabs. And you would watch them cry. There was one guy that collapsed in front of him. I took it up to the John Kyle Daggett Foundation, which was in Vancouver, Washington. We had it all set up there. He was killed at 23 years old, I think, in Iraq, if I remember correctly. And he has a special green tab that his mom had asked me to put on that board for him. So it was something it was a sight to be seen. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
that it most certainly was.
It was an amazing display of. Unfortunately, KIA, POW, MIA, any types of death during those tours. Unfortunately, that's I don't know how you would put that. It's more the crummy thing of the display, but when you see it, yeah.
You don't really understand just the weight of it, as far as with the casualty count of what it costs for us to be able to retain our nation, to protect our constitution and our way of life,
absolutely.
Even for as flawed as it is. I mean, it's still the beacon of the free world. It really is. Even with all its kinks and flaws and everything else there in it. I mean, you take a look at just the sheer amount, and even then, I mean, even when this wall was put together, I mean, you take a look at the amount of tabs around those steel cables. It's 4 by each
2,500. There's 25,000 per section.
Yeah, it was a 4 by 8 section of plywood, and you had all these different. You had several friggin' strings of quarter-inch steel cable.
It was aircraft steering cable.
Yeah, and you take a look at it, and some of them were like halfway up. Half to 2/3 of the way up the board, with what, that 4 foot, 4 foot, 3-4 foot length of cable. And it's like, Jesus, man. And then when we did the disassembly, just seeing how much, in the bags and the buckets and everything else. And that was a humbling deal too. Actually picking up all that weight. And it just puts it into a different perspective. It's like this is what it costs. And
well, one of the reasons that was one of the reasons when we were constructing the memorial for this is that we wanted people to be able to feel it and touch it, so that they could understand the cost. And we've covered this a few times. I really wish I could find the pictures, but I mean, the first rendition that we did, it was all done in nylon string. And the nylon string actually broke when we were going to Fort Vancouver days. Vietnam all over the floor, 59,000 tabs all over the floor of the U-Haul truck. And we literally were like, what can we do to make this better? And then they donated 3/8 aircraft steel cable. And so we went at it again. It took us 4 years to build it, and then it took us another 4 years to redo it. And I wish I could find somebody to donate me the lumber, because I would put every bit of this winter into that project. 100%.
To redo it,
To redo it all and then show it off again. Man, it was something else.
If you've never been to the World War I Memorial Museum in Kansas City, the National Museum, it's worth a trip to go to it. When you walk through the main doors and come into it, you walk out onto a glass floor.
Oh,
and down
wow.
underneath is a field of red poppies through the whole thing. But what really gets your attention is all the servicemen that were killed, okay, in our wars,
Mhm.
okay. Their dog tags are suspended from the ceiling on chain with lights reflecting down through those dog tags on chains. And you just, all you see is just thousands of dog tags hanging. And the impact of that really hits you right between the eyes because you think those dog tags at one time were hanging around the soldier who was alive, breathing,
Right.
walking,
Yeah.
laughing, crying, with a family, dreams of a family, whatever. And I mean, that just really walks out and just hits you right between the eyes. It's an eye opener.
Hmm.
I've literally seen groups of kids when we went down and went through there. We took our homeschool kids a good number of years back through there, and there were some other students coming through. And when they realized what those dog tags hanging there over the glass floor with the red poppies that were underneath, there was some school children that actually wept because it
Wow.
made an impact even on them. But it is just an absolute phenomenal museum to go through, and you can go all the way to the top of the tower and walk around the top of it, and you can see all of Kansas City, even past Kansas City into neighboring cities, even over onto the Kansas side. It is
Richie read my
absolutely,
mind.
yeah, it's absolutely a phenomenal place.
Yeah. Richie read my mind, Carl. He says, if you come out for the Patriot Ride in April, we'll take you all to the Blackjack Museum. Which is
Yeah.
funny because if I'd known
Oh
that
yeah,
they
yeah.
had that there during when we went back for Warrior Fest a few years back, I definitely would have gone to go see that. I taken
Oh
I
yeah.
definitely enjoyed, we would have made it a priority to go to that.
That's
So, but
just east
yeah,
of here. So yeah, yeah. Pershing from World War I. Yeah, that's his hometown over there. So, and I've lived this
Yeah.
close
That.
to it, and I've never been. I live
yeah.
at that. I live close, and I've never been. Okay, that's embarrassing. Can I just say it's embarrassing?
Well, I guess it'll be as good a time as any to go then, huh, Commander?
You
Yes,
bet.
it should.
You bet.
Yeah.
Sooner the
When
better.
we went up to when the traveling wall came up there with us, I remember it just started pouring down rain that day. I mean, it was just drenchful downpour.
Yeah.
But it was crazy because yes, I know this is a memorial, and I've never seen the original wall, and I will probably never get out there to see the Vietnam Memorial wall. But this wall was warm. It was steaming that day, and we were standing there, and I mean, it was cold. It was cold. It was probably, I want to say, like 45 degrees outside and piss pouring rain outside, and you could see the steam roll off of the wall, and it
Yeah.
was just, man. I always had a draw towards the Vietnam War, like, because when Living History Day was around, it was, we would take a day out of curriculum to beautify the school, decorate the school for the veterans, and then the veterans would come the next day and they would talk to the classrooms about their tales and their stories and their sacrifice and the things that they had to go through. And there was no PG about it, and the school was informed that there will no be PG about it. I mean, there was a gentleman there during December 7th. It told me watching his friends getting ripped apart by machine gun fire from the planes. I mean, just the kids today. It sucks really bad that they've taken out so much in the history books these days that it just, I don't
Yeah.
know. There's a
It,
difference.
Yep.
it is. This October will be my fifth anniversary of getting to go on the honor flight to DC,
Oh
and
wow.
Okay.
my daughter got to accompany me on that honor flight. My trip was paid for, but she had to pay for hers, and I think it was $900 for her to go. And there were some donations that came in for that to help offset that cost. And so her and I spent the whole day in DC on the honor flight, and I got to go to the wall and get my buddy's name. It was too high for me to reach, and they wouldn't let me get on the ladder to do it. So they had people there that would do it when it was higher than what you could reach. And I told him, I said, make sure you do it good, because I said I would. I want to be able to see. I want to be able to see Robin's name. So anyway, I got his name. We went to the Lincoln Memorial. We ate our lunch at Reflection Pool. One of the things that really, and that wall, I mean, it was October, and the weather, it was a beautiful day, but people had jackets and stuff on. But when you got close to the wall, the reflection and the heat coming off of that wall in DC, it almost break you out in a sweat.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, it reflected the heat back. I mean, it was warm right up next to it, and it
Wow.
was just wrapped all the way. It was, but the one memorial that really, and I don't know who these sculptors are. It was the Korean War Memorial, and it showed 12 or 14 statues of men in Korea carrying their rifles, their ponchos are on, and they're carrying their gear, and you can tell their packs are on their back. But it was the expression in their faces that gravitated you to it. The sculptures literally captured the fear in their eyes, and the strain of war in the lines on their face. They looked real. You could
Wow.
feel their pain just looking at it. It was absolutely amazing, and it was just yeah. We got to go to the Pentagon. The Air Force Memorial had just opened up. They had just finished it. That was really cool. The interstate system was being reworked, and there was a lot of detours up because Arlington Cemetery was expanding, and they were
Mhm.
taking the interstate. They were taking the interstate, so they were having to reroute the interstate because Arlington needed more room, and so they were redoing the highways and stuff over there. But it was really, if you ever get a chance, go to DC, go to all the memorials. The World War II memorial was phenomenal. It was just, it's an experience. And I never thought I would get to go. A dear friend of mine put in my application 8 years prior to me getting the phone call that I was going to get to go. It had been turned in for so long, I had forgotten about it. And then all of a sudden, I get this phone call out of the blue. And she said, well,
Hey,
we were
nothing wrong with
updating,
that.
nothing wrong. She said, we're updating our records because there's a lot of veterans that have passed away. She said, that doesn't mean you're going to get to go. We're just updating our records for future flights. I said, okay, that's fine. There's a lot of guys that's older than me. We need to get all the World War II and the Korean guys first. I totally get that. I can wait my turn. Okay. I don't, it's been
Right.
8 years. I forgot all about it. Okay. We got my records all updated, hung up the phone. 5 days later, I get a phone call. Uh, you're leaving on the 16th of October to go on the honor flight. Congratulations. I said, I thought you said it was going to be a long time before I got a call. He said, well,
Oh man.
I said, I'm glad you didn't tell me it was real quick. I wouldn't have had time to pack my suitcase. Okay. But anyway, she
Right.
said, well, she said the individual that was slotted for that flight, he passed away. So you get his spot. And I thought, well, you could have just told me that I get to go. You didn't have to tell and make it bittersweet,
Yeah,
you know, that I'm getting to go because this other veteran didn't get to go because he passed away, you know. And I thought, well, good grief, what, you know, but I just
like, why
said,
you gotta
thank you,
throw that
Lord.
in there?
Yeah, why'd you have to throw that in there? You know, you could have just said, congratulations, there was a vacancy. You know, you didn't have to tell me why. You know, I'd probably figured it out. But no, if you ever get a chance to go to DC and go to all the memorials, it's worth it. As a matter of fact, the whole family wants to go back as a family and stay for a few days, you know.
Kaylin's
And
got to go see all that stuff. She's gotten
oh,
to
it,
go
it,
see the monument, and she said it was
yeah,
really cool.
I would love
oh, it
to.
is. It is. It is. It's. I'll tell you what was really amazing for all the Marine Corps veterans out there listening. the sculptures designed the Marine Corps were the raising the flag on Mount Suribachi, the famous statue. Okay. As you walk around that statue of those Marines raising that flag, the way they designed it, it honestly looks like the flag is being lowered and risen as you walk around it.
Ah,
It
that's
will blow
cool.
your mind away. It
I
will blow your
mean,
mind away.
historically, it actually was. So I mean, because
Yeah,
they
yeah, it
recreated
was
it for the picture.
for the picture. But as you're walking around, it actually looks from different angles as you're walking around that the flag is going down and going back up. So I just thought that was cool. But anyway, okay, I've rambled on enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
science. Yeah.
yeah, I've rambled on enough. Shut up, Alan.
Right.
Go away, Commander.
Alrighty. Well, I don't know about that, but anyhow, alrighty. Well, that pretty well does it for tonight, man.
Yeah, I
So,
think so.
all right. Well, Commander, parting thoughts, good sir?
My parting thoughts are this. Listen, uh, today uh, is done. Tomorrow is a brand new day, and it'll be the birth of a new day. You made it through this day. Embrace tomorrow. We don't know what it holds in store for us, but embrace it and run with it for all you've got and enjoy it. Okay? You have value. You mean something. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you are worthless, that you don't amount to anything, that you're not needed, because you are needed. You have value, as we always say. Embrace that birth of that new day tomorrow. You made it today. You can make another one. I want to hear you all tuning back in to watch us next week. I don't want to be hearing about crazy stuff that you've done. I just want you to be safe, enjoy life, get out, enjoy. Kick your shoes off and walk through the grass barefoot and feel the grass between your toes. Just sit down. JW and I was talking before the show tonight. Just get out next to the water's edge. Doesn't matter if you catch anything or not. Just feel the breeze. Hear the water slapping up onto the bank. If you hunt, just get out and just enjoy nature. Just soak it all in and just get yourself renewed and refreshed. Okay? Because you deserve it. Okay? You deserve it.
All right. Carl, what you got?
I'm pull one out of the old ones that we used to say all the time to
Oh,
piggyback
okay.
off of what Commander used to say. You are worth it. You made it through today. Tomorrow will be a better day. You can always reach out if anything ever needs. I'll post my phone number online. I don't care. I would rather listen to you for 3 hours than listen to your eulogy for 30 minutes.
Amen.
Reach out. If you have a problem, reach out. If you don't feel like you want to be a burden, be that burden. It's okay.
Yes.
It is okay to let it out. And the other thing I got to say is be good to yourself, be good to another human, for you never know what battles they may be fighting that day. Never. No matter
That's right.
who you are, where you come from, color of your skin, your race, your ethnicity, none of that matters. We all matter, and that's what matters to me.
That's right.
By golly. And going off of that, 988 is a number to call and or text if you're
There you are.
in one of those dark places. So somebody is available all the time. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what time, none of it. So give us a call, give them a call. You know, the resources are out there. All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you so
Okay.
much for allowing me the opportunity to be able to come back on and, like I said, knock some of the dust and the rust off from behind the
Yeah.
microphone. It's been a while. It's
Yeah, I've
been
been.
kind of nice to get. Been kind of nice to get back on here in front of the camera again. You know, aside
Yes.
from doing weddings and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about. Yeah, well, I've been doing a lot of those here recently as far as events, so DJing events. So it's kind of nice to actually get back to the roots and get back to the podcasting and the live streams and stuff like that. So
Man, I
miss
sure
it.
do miss it.
You and me both, brothers. So who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe something will happen here in the near future. We'll see. So yeah, with that being said, I'm Jada. That's Commander. That's Carl. Richie will be back in next week. And without anything else to go,
We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back.
Never gets old.
it never gets old. All right, guys, have a good one. We'll see you next week
Okay.
right here
All
on
right.
Kingsport.
Good getting caught up with you guys again.